What's good, peoples? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hello, hello. How are all of my fam doing? YouTube's, my Spacies, Facebook peeps, how's everything? BT back at y'all, doing another video, giving you a brief update about my routine, some changes that are going on, and also a topic that is very near and dear to me. First matter of business. Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day. As most of you all know, I'm on the other side of the boat getting live, but 2K's coming. Anyway, to my 2K fiends who do get 2K9, don't spend all of tomorrow stuck in the house. Get some outdoor sunlight at least once every few hours, because if you play too long, you'll get HDI. And I know that sounds real stupid, but I'm telling you from experience, it's not pretty. Enjoy the game. You know, I'm waiting to see people's feedbacks and reviews, because all the critics going to be out to nitpick the game as always. But it's going to turn out being a pretty good game. That's all I'm going to get into on that aspect of it, because it's not what my video is really going to go into today. My issue or my matter on my mind this morning reflects and maybe it's just me, because I don't know, I can't speak for all men, because a lot of men probably don't do this, but I've noticed that I've been in the middle of it. A lot of my female friends, and guilty as charged, I have a few, or quite a few rather, they seem to, I guess, come to me for their advice or their support system to talk to about certain problems or certain things going on. And I'm going to be straight up with you. I don't mind hearing about what's going on with you or what you're dealing with, but when you come to me and you ask for my advice or my opinion, don't ask and then when I tell you what I think about it, you get upset or you throw the infamous "I love him" card. If you loved him that much, then you would handle it yourself. Case in point, you know, no questions asked. And I think we don't realize that because we get so caught up in what we think we want from somebody instead of what we really want from that person. Relationships lately have been up and down with a lot of people, and I know it takes time and it takes work, but some people don't feel like putting in time and don't feel like putting in work because they work in other places or they spending their time doing other things, and that's all good. But if you don't have the time to put towards someone, then you won't have the time to put it towards yourself. Some heavy mental that I threw out probably yesterday. You know, love starts from within. Like, if you don't love you, others won't love you. If you don't care for yourself, if you don't treat yourself, your body as you're supposed to, your body won't, like, the way, what you give out is what you get back. And I think we don't realize that when we deal with people, and we think that we expect so much from somebody when we don't set we set the expectations either too high or not high enough. And by doing so, it affects us in more ways than a few. And also, this is another thing that I've kind of caught on to being an interesting trend when it comes to people dating and getting involved in stuff, is that for some strange reason, when they're with somebody who's nice, those are the ones that they turn away or find reasons to not be into that person. And this goes for men and women. I wasn't going to get into this at first, but I had somebody talk to me about it, and it's true. Whenever you have somebody who's a good man, who's working, paying his bills, might be helping you pay your bills, working, you know, spending time with you, but it's that one thing, whatever it may be. It could be sexual, it could be personal, it could be a conflict of interest, and a lot of times conflict of interest can become problems down the road. So it's stuff, if you don't deal with it early, it can become a problem in the long haul. But all I'm saying is that we don't focus on the right things at the right time when we're dealing with people. And I just wonder, like, why? If you're not going to, you know, if you don't want to be with somebody, then don't waste their time and don't waste your time. But what I will say, and this is something that I really feel is true, and, you know, take it to the bank, hold it, you know, hold me against my own word. But if you love somebody enough, or if you're willing to put out the time for somebody, then you know that they're going to be good in bad times. And I think that if you, I don't know, it's tough because relationships, people don't give as much effort to relationships anymore. And they run away to good guys. And then to make it worse, when they have that good thing, and once it's gone, they spend more time complaining about what they didn't have instead of what they really did have. So when the next guy comes along, it's comparison, and it's not what that person or how that person is really going to be able to help you grow. See, relationships, people get into relationships for the wrong reason. We get in relationships for ourselves. I mean, we get in relationships thinking that we can change other people, but we should get in relationships to see how that person can help us and how we can help them. How we, relationships, you should be able to complement each other. It's something that you're missing that the other person might need. It's something that they're missing that you may be able to offer them. You got to realize that, and you got to take that into account. And everybody's different, so you just got to do what's best for you. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm a professional at relationships, because if I was, obviously, I'd have a ring on my finger, which you don't. But there's a reason for that, because I'm not just going to give my time or my love to just anybody. I'm going to give it to a person who's worthwhile. Because if I get involved with them and it becomes serious, I don't want to sit down there and look back and say, man, I wasted all this time. And I've done that before, but now it's kind of like I pick and choose who's worth dealing with, because I want to deal with somebody who wants to be dealt with. And that's just the bottom line. So what I say to all the brothers out here, to all the men, black, white, whatever, and all the women, if you have somebody good, cherish it for what it's worth. But if you don't like what you have in that relationship, let it go. Nobody's saying you have to stay with that person. They have not put a bullet to your head and say, stay with me or you die, because it's not that serious. There are plenty of men and there are plenty of women. And as they've said, I've seen people say this in videos, and it's valid to this day. There are more women out here for men. Men, you just need to know what you're really looking for. Are you shopping at Walmart, or are you shopping at the big time stores? Are you really trying to put your money or invest in the right stock? Or are you just not putting any money in the stock to begin with? Know what your priorities are. Because when it comes down to it, and this is something that I had a discussion with somebody about this weekend, and I'm gonna cap this one off because I know I'm rambling hard about it, but a guy, he works at like a corrections place or whatever, and he notices that the women that come to help these guys with in jail are the women that most men may or may not find attractive. However, that's the woman that's going to really be the one who's going to be down for you and that's going to be there for you. But then, you know what always happens? When that man is like up for his time to get out of jail or whatever, he ditches her and kicks her to the curb and goes on for something that is a temporary fix. And then when you get that temporary fix, you find every reason to treat that, you find every reason to get treated like dog that person out, or that person's going to find every reason to dog you out. And you don't think about that person that you had or that woman that was worth your time. Same with men. Women let go of men who are going to be there, who are going to do the things that are worth doing for them, who are going to care for them, who are going to support them. When they sick, that's the first one by their bedside all day long. Instead, you want the man that's going to treat you dirty, that's going to call you names, that's going to be abusive. Women want that. Not all women, but most that I've come across that seem like they want a good guy. Instead of them going for the good guy, they just go for, well, I just take scraps. Whatever comes, it comes. So, y'all know how it is. Blood, sweat, and tears. I'm not going to hold no nonsense behind this. 200 is still the goal. The job start next week. 2K come out tomorrow. Live come out tomorrow. If y'all ain't did so already, stay sane, keep it safe. BT, signing out.